anything about James or? Okay, let me bring him up.
You can bring him up.
Okay, James from AAA Inspections. Actually, we featured him at our Lunch and Learn this past month. Well received, and he's got some great stuff. He uses much more technology than we've experienced in the past with other home inspectors. And this not only helps us, but it helps our clients, helps communication between us and our buyers and sellers. So he's got some great stuff that I learned about at that Lunch and Learn. So I want to share it with the rest of you. Our new preferred vendor for home inspection, James, is it Canino? Canino with an N.
Dog in Italian.
Oh, Canino, that's right. Thank you, James. Come on.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Love being here with the Realty Group. A little bit about my background. I started out actually as an actor and comedian and a dancer and all that good stuff.
Oh, is that true?
So what's your joke of the day?
I'm here, aren't I? I was in a Thriller video. I was one of the zombies in the Thriller video and worked at Dangerfields, and then got into business. I felt that was more important because raising kids and having kids was more important than my acting career. I put that aside, I put all the other stuff aside, and decided to get into business. Got into the hair salon business, opened up a whole bunch of hair salons, sold it to Regis International. Had a construction background due to my father, who was a developer back in New York. I had a very bad home inspection on one of my properties, and I was so ticked off, I decided that I was going to go to school and learn how to do it. And then I like to build business up, so I started building this one up as well as soon as we sold to Regis International. So been doing inspections for the last 30 years plus. I'm not that old, I'm only 25. And I know Carol, she used me a few times. We like using technology. We love using the technology. As a matter of fact, the more technology there is for us, the better it is for you guys, because you can get your inspections out, the reports out a lot quicker. We go from Chula Vista all the way up to the Oregon border and everything in between. So we handle every community in the state of California. We have a ton of inspectors. We're also in other states under different names. That's for tax purposes, of course, but in California, we're AAA Inspection Group, and we have American Home Inspection Group. We have all-inclusive inspections and so on. So what we do is we like to get the report. There's a new system out with the Home Gauge report system that we use, the platform. We have two ways of giving you the report. One way is the old style where we give it to you either that night or the following day. Or if we're going to have the roof looked out by one of our in-house roofers, they don't do any work, just to let you know, on the outside. They just work for us. We don't recommend anybody out. But they'll look at the roof and they'll look at the videos and look at things that we've taken, and they'll make recommendations for what needs to be done. So we have you guys covered in that, so the report can be given out the next day because of that. Now we have something called a web writer. Before, we were able to put the videos inside the report and everything else, and that's the old report system. Right now, we can only put pictures in a new system, which is the web writer, which we can literally publish it to the dashboard, and then we could give you that report while you're at the inspection. So, which is awesome. You sign in, everybody can sign in, they can look at the report when I'm going over with them, and if they have any questions, they'll be able to know. We use drone technology for the roof. A lot of times we'll use drone technology for the attic, depending on the space, because we don't want to crash our drone. Go fetch with it. We also do mold inspections. We do asbestos inspections. We do all that. Mold. Look, I'm a mold inspector. I got to be honest with you. It's a lot of times it's a bunch of hogwash, because most mold inspectors will give you the wrong readings on it. They'll say, oh, you have like 2,000 particles per liter, and meantime it's 10,000 particles per liter plus. and it has to be an active leak. And they say, you got black mold. Well, a lot of times that black mold is dead. So they just want to go in there, cut the wall, go straight through, make sure they have an insurance company they're going to be going to, and they're going to be doing the remediation. I try, if there's not an active leak that's been going on for several days, I try to chuck everybody out. Not that I don't want the money, I love money. I'm a capitalist. So I love to make more if I could. But if there's not wanted, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to overcharge somebody when I know damn well that they don't need something that needs to be done. Same thing with duct work, same thing with asbestos or inside the house. Asbestos, it's actually a wonderful insulator. When you have duct work that's taped, it's not going to be infected. Even if you disturb it, it's tape. It's tape. It's not going to do anything. You're not going to be able to disperse the tape and ruin it and make it go, all over the place. But I do give them something like that. I do give them their options. I had something in my mouth this morning. Anyway, I do give them their options as far as if they want to get it, we'll give it to them. And we'll take the sample of either the air sample, if they want a mold inspection, if they wanted the asbestos inspection, we'll take the sample as well, take that into custody, take it to EMSL, who is our preferred lab. They're international, they're fantastic, they're a wonderful, wonderful company. They've never done us wrong. And then they'll give you, for mold, they'll tell you exactly what the particles are, they'll give you the breakdowns of it. It's a fantastic company. What we do, we check for a roof, we check for slab, we check for plumbing, we check for electrical, we check for interior walls, exterior walls, we check for if there's heat inside the electrical panel, inside the walls, we'll try to find the dead spots. We use moisture detectors to make sure that there's no moisture. We want to make sure if you have a slab, we want to make sure that there's no slab leaks. We'll check temperatures, we'll do all that. When we're done, we don't like killing a deal. We'll give everybody their options. I like to make it a little humorous, coming from a comedian background. I can't help it. It's a little ingrained in me a little bit. So I try to make them laugh a little bit, make everybody try to feel comfortable when they're at the inspection. You can read somebody in the first 3 seconds by looking at them, and you say, well, they're nervous, they're this, they're that, they're uncomfortable, and then we try to make them comfortable. We try to change the subject a little bit with them and try to get to know the warm spots, and once we know the warm spots, we know we can deal with it. We don't really like to kill a deal, but if we have to, we talk to them in a nice way. This is what it is, but the options is we can also give a work scope. A work scope is the estimate of how much it's going to cost for each item. We give a range. We always go up about 5 to 10%, so you have some wiggle room in case you have to do some negotiation with the clients, with the seller. So after that, they decide. You can go for the credit, or you can take it off and however they want to do it. Or if they're not going to do anything, they can do it themselves. Does anybody have any questions for me?
You said you had some hair salons?
Yes.
It must be the reason why your hair is so.
My hair is so beautiful, isn't it? It's wavy, it's nice. I
just
fluff
had
it
to
every
throw that
night. It
out.
looks like it's all right. I get it all the time. I do it myself, but anyway, I don't like that whole comb over. And being over 25, you know how that.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
Any questions?
Are your inspectors accredited in some way, or
I'm sorry?
your
Right.
inspectors, are they accredited?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every one of us. Yeah, we do ASHI, we do INTERNACHI. We love INTERNACHI. ASHI and CREA now one. INTERNACHI and NAHI, yeah, they're all credited. They have to take a test with us. We do not let anybody in unless they've passed the test. If they've gone through the course, they have to go through the course, whether they've been through it already on their own. They have to go through it with us. Once they leave another inspection company, we have to retrain them because we want them to break the bad habits that they've had with other inspection companies. There's no such thing as a 15-minute inspection, where a lot of people go in and they do 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes. You know what? They're not looking at the house. I mean, Carol can tell you, sometimes I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I look like I have, OCD. Well, I do. But I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. So when I'm making a run at the house, I'm actually looking at it 2-3 times over. I wear a camera. We video each and every inspection from start to finish. And the reason why is because A, we don't want to miss anything. And B, we don't want the sellers to accuse us of anything in case the deal doesn't go through. They say, he flooded the house, he did this, he did that. We've seen everything, and thank God for the cameras. We're able to show it, and they're like, oops, So had that done with an electrical panel. We broke, it was a pushmatic, saying that we broke the electrical panel. And it was like, I didn't break the electrical panel. Let me show you the video. Another time, I was accused of taking $40,000 worth of coins in Palmdale. I'm like, really? Oh, that's nice. Who's the insurance company? And then they gave me the insurance company. I sent in the video of our thing. There's no way. And then we found out that that guy made like 4 or 5 different claims previous.
I heard that a lot of times to inspect the sewer, you've got to put a camera down it, but the homes that are built like in the 1950s, the pipe isn't big enough. So what you can do is you can take off the toilet and put the camera down there.
Yes.
But some inspectors won't do it because they say they don't want to take off the toilet. Will you guys take off the toilet and put it back on?
No. Matter of fact, technically, you're supposed to be licensed. You're supposed to have a contractor's license to do that. We don't do anything illegal. We don't do anything that's not going to be acceptable to the state of California. We leave that to the professionals. We leave that to the plumbers. We make sure that we recommend that you get yourself a licensed plumber and have them do a sewer check. We will not do any sewer checks with a camera at all. As soon as you start putting the camera through, you can actually, if it's weak enough, you can literally cause more damage.
So you don't do any camera inspections?
No, not at all.
Is that typical for inspectors?
Well, that's typical if they're legal inspectors, and the reason why is because you need to have if they're a licensed plumber, and they're licensed through the state, yeah, they can do it. We hold no licenses because it's more of a conflict of interest for us to do that. $5,000 for a piping, or they're paying $375, $400 for a home inspection. What do you think if you have a dishonest inspector out there? What do you think he's going to go for? And if we have licensed plumbers, if we don't have licensed plumbers that work for us, or even if we did have licensed plumbers working for us, same thing. A lot of people have greed in their heart. I got to sleep in it.
So you don't have licensed plumbers that can take the
No,
toilet?
not at all.
Okay.
And that's the reason why is because we don't recommend contractors to the agents. That's a conflict of interest because somebody can give us some money under the table. We don't believe in that. We truly don't believe in that. I wouldn't want it done to me. Like I said, there's more getting, we're going to give you this much. We'll give you 20% of what the plumbing bill
No,
is.
I'm not questioning integrity. I'm just saying that sometimes
That's why we
people say
don't
we
do
want to test the sewer line.
Yeah, and that's typical, and
Yeah.
I have referrals for plumbers that will do that. You should always get that, a buyer should always have that done.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm just like, the only reason why we don't recommend anybody or we don't do the cameras is because that's a totally different mindset for a licensed plumber.
And it's another, was it $300 to $400 also
Yeah.
to have that done.
And somebody could say, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, you refer us.
And same thing with like chimneys. We have a specter for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But he does
what's
do
neat, what James,
Pools though.
yeah, you'll do pools
I
and
do
spas
pool.
and also the roof.
Yeah,
Because we've had other inspectors call out to actually have a roof inspection done. So I like the fact that you actually have an inspector that you can send videos and they will give an opinion on
they
that.
give an opinion, and if he feels, and he's a retired licensed roofer. And then what we'll do is I'll send him the pictures and the videos, what we saw. Instantly, the roof is one level, and then when you go into the attic, you see the other level of the roof. So you're looking at it both ways. You want to see the wood, you want to see the wood on the inside, you want to see the roofing material on the outside, and you want to try to see the underlayment. The underlayment is everything below the shingles. So we want to make sure that's going to be okay. If we see a lot of wood rot, we can't tell you it's going to be wood rot because that's pest control. And then that's water pest control. There's so many things that an inspector can't say, and it's actually a felony from what the Board of Pest Control told us. If we talk about termite, if we talk about rotted wood and say it's because of termite, now we violated the law. We're not allowed to do that. So there's so many things that we can and can't do in the state of California. We can't do it. In Arizona, in Florida, in Texas, in North Carolina, say anything you want. But in California, it's kind of impossible to do.
What about foundation problems? Like if you see a crack or?
There are several ways to look at a foundation. Number one, when you're going out there, if you see that the stem wall, which is between the house and the ground, if you see the stem wall and you see, let's say, a staircase crack, but if it's not wide enough, it's going to be a patch. Even if it is wide enough, you got to see how far it goes through. If you see a horizontal crack, you have to look inside the doors as well. If you open the doors and you start closing on its own, it's not poltergeist. It's probably you have a foundation issue. If you have cracks in the windows on the inside, above, like corner boards, if you see large cracks that are 1/8 of an inch or greater, if you can fit money in there, it's a money pit. Okay, same thing with the foundation. If you can fit money in there, it's a money pit. If you feel that the floors are unlevel, so if you're standing on that back wall and I'm standing here, I'm 6'3". And let's say you, Carol, you're what, about 5'9", 5'10"? No, okay.
Right, like 5'1".
Oh, okay, it was over by a few inches. So if you're standing in that corner and you're taller than me, yeah, you got a little bit of an issue going on. And I've seen that a lot in a lot of craftsman houses in downtown LA, where you're standing there and then you tell them, yeah, stand over there. Let's see how this is going to look. Or you can even do a marble test. It's the oldest, test that you can do, but it works well. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. You stick it in the middle of the room. If that thing is like rolling like really quickly, like a bowling ball, yeah, you're going to get a strike probably. So my recommendation to you guys is look at the house first if you want to FaceTime me, and I'll be able to look at the house where you're showing them the property. If you see something, FaceTime me. Let me see it. Let me look at it. Or if you have Duo, it doesn't matter. I can do Duo or FaceTime. I have 2 phones and 2 platforms. So if you want to FaceTime me while you're with your client, absolutely. Feel free to do it. I'll be happy to look at it and tell you, look, maybe you want to show them into the house. Maybe this isn't going to be the one for them. This is a lot of issues going on. I also want to see the drainage around the exterior going around the house. And if it's going like this, and then there's a lot of water going towards the foundation, water and cement, not the best ingredients. So we want to make sure that there's not going to be any problems. If there's a crawl space, then I see some sinking or some cracks or major cracks going along, and you don't know what it is. You think, oh, it's just settlement. Let me take a look at it before you write the offer up. I'll tell you, look, this is not worth it. Go to the next property, you find them or something else, because it's not worth it. We are here to help you, no matter what. Whether you hire us or not, we're here to help you. If you FaceTime us, if you Duo us, if you have any questions, my phone is open until 10 o'clock at night. I have no problem answering it. If I'm asleep, well, next morning. Or 2 o'clock in the morning, no kidding. It all depends on, if I'm up or not. But you can reach me as late as you want.
Do you use a drone for?
Yes, we use a drone. We have 15 drones, and they're all used for different things. Some are used for our photography company. We do listings and stuff like that, but that's going to be for another program. But anyway, yeah, we use drones. We use Zoom. We use, we look at it in detail. We'll be able to tell you whether or not it's bad, it's good. We also like taking some nice shots of the house, so it looks very nice for the cover of your home inspection report. Yeah, we do video, we do pictures. We'll be able to see exteriors that we can't see. So if it's a 2-story house and we want to see the eaves and we can't really see it, and really don't like using binoculars because it's not really accurate, we'll use a drone. We'll go around the entire house. Not only is it fun, because I love drones, but we love to make sure that there's no cracks or anything else that's going to impede the sale of the home.
Yeah, you want to talk about fees and timing in order to get an inspection?
Yes, we can get you an inspection. This is about, I thought 2005, 2006 was really busy. 2004, this is busier than back then. We can get anywhere from 1 to 3 days. Our fees range anywhere from $375 on up, and it's going to be, well, it's $60 for everything from up to 2,000 square feet. It's $375. From 2001 to 2,500, so every 500 square feet, it goes up by $60. Pools and spas, because we're going to charge you guys $50 per. So pools 50 is normally 100, but 125, excuse me, went up. It's normally 125. We're going to charge $100 for both pool and spa. We want to make sure that there's no leaks. We want to make sure that there's no grounding issues. A lot of pools in the state of California have grounding issues. The ground is disconnected. They change the equipment. Nobody puts the ground back on. Very dangerous situation. And if the pump doesn't have an internal ground, that's an issue. And most older pumps don't. Most pool equipment, older pool equipment, they don't have internal grounds. So we want to check it. Yes.
So when you inspect the pool, are you guys also leak inspector?
Yeah, we check
all the plumbing and everything.
Yeah, we check all the plumbing. We want to make sure that there's not going to be any leaks going on. We want to see if there's no seepage going on. Our pool inspection normally takes anywhere, depending on the pool, it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. We don't want anybody getting hurt. I called out a non-grounded pool that had problems to begin with. And we told the seller, look, don't let your kids get in there. And when I went back to check to see if we put the ground on, I was so ticked off. The kids were in the pool and the ground was disconnected. So I was like, wow, these kids have insurance policies or something? Because that's really a very dangerous thing to do. Yes, sir.
Do you do mobile?
Oh, we do mobile homes. We do commercial, we do multi-units. We've done large apartment buildings, we've done large office buildings. We've done residential properties that are 36,000 square feet. That's the highest that we've pretty much done. That was up in Malibu for a well-known celebrity that was just wanted to know what was wrong with their house. And we never met the celebrity, but we met their house. The house was a mess, and I'm sure they would too. But we do mobile homes. We specialize in mobile homes. We take a very good look at it. We like to look at underneath because we want to see how it's pinned. We want to see if it's connected at the permanent foundation on it. We want to see how the jacks are. We want to see if the pads underneath are good or if they're sinking into the ground. So yeah, we look at mobile homes a lot. Any other questions for me?
James, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming out. Okay. We actually have a drawing. Are we ready for the drawing? While we're setting that up for July birthdays, other than Carol, is Carol the only
My birthday's.
in July?
Yeah.
Congratulations, I got folders for you guys.
Oh, good, I'm so excited.
Does it count for your daughter too? My daughter's small.
I'll get you some more folders, soon before you go. I've got more. Lots of those. Okay, how about happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. 3 of them. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marcel and Carol. Happy birthday to you. Okay, congratulations. We have a strawberry birthday cake that we'll cut for you. But first, we actually have 2 drawings. What's the order here? These are just those in attendance, And what's the prize?
Gift card?
We have a gift card. I don't know how much it is, but it's from Mindy.
The $25 Amazon.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
From Amazon. And the winner is,
Okay. No, no.
so these are people that are either in class or online, is that right?
Yep,
Jack, Jack is online.
he's online.
Congratulations, Jack.
Congratulations,
Is
Jack.
it- is it stopping? Is it stopping? Okay. Okay. And then, yeah,
Good audio too.
and this is another one. This is for our whole staff, but you have to be present to win, otherwise it rolls over. This is another $25 Amazon
So
gift
one
card.
out of 269 chance.
269. Okay, and the winner is, and do we have anything in the bank right now? Last month?
Yes, $25 from,
So it's actually 2 gift cards. So this is for 2 gift cards. This is for Mike, right? And Mike's not here, so next month it'll be 3 gift cards for the thing. Okay, guys.
Keep rolling over.
Thank you. This is a great group. Thank you for showing up. Again, Thursday is going to be live for our lunch and learn. And next month, let's double the attendance here. Thank you for coming out and making it a great day. Thank you, guys.